Life of Sai Baba. Foreword to Volume-1 by His Holiness Sri Swami Sivananda of the Divine Life Society in Rishikesh. Sri Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Glory be to the Blessed Saint of Shirdi, in whom the light of divinity was fully manifest in all resplendence. I deem it a great joy and a unique saubhagya to write something about this great Mahapurusha, who illumined this holy land with his radiant presence and lived a life of divine absorption, love of mankind, and compassion to all creatures, solely for the welfare and benefit of humanity. To think about such great souls, to speak about such great souls, and to write about their glories, and to remember their lofty lives, this in itself is an act that is purifying and elevating, and a devout exercise that draws down upon all their divine blessings. It is equal to Shravan, or Nidhyasan. It will elevate the man of faith and the sincere seeker to sublime heights of joy and spiritual felicity. Blessed indeed is one who narrates such Sant Leelas, and equally blessed are they that listen to such holy narration. Listening to such Leelas and daily reading thereof with true bhav constitutes Sravana and Swadhyaya of a very high order. It comprises the supremely efficacious sadhana for self-purification, spiritual awakening, and God realization. Samartha Sadguru Sai Baba illumined this earth in the latter part of the last century and the first 2 decades of the present century, late 1800s, early 1900s. The tiny village of Shirdi was the blessed spot in which he lived his saintly life of Siva. Sai Baba was sanctified and rendered Shirdi one of the holiest places upon the earth and a shrine of devout pilgrimage to countless people by enacting his sublime and mysterious Leelas there. By his advent, this great man of God set in motion a wave of spirituality which is now gradually surging out and spreading into every part of the blessed India. He has created a powerful center of spiritual awakening and divine life in the holy precincts. All his life's activities constituted a continuous and lofty loka sangraha. By first conferring temporal benefits, he drew unto himself countless souls caught up in samsara, and then later opened their eyes to the true meaning of life, and infused viveka and vairagya, discrimination and detachment, into them and brought about their spiritual awakening. He was a Sadguru who through his highest para-vairagya and mahatyagya made people realize the transitory nature of human life and the worthlessness of earthly objects. He slowly drew them from their deluded pursuit after the merely praya vastu and induced and inspired them to strive for their parama shriya, or the atma sakshatkar. He continued this glorious work until the last moment of the divine life that he lived in the sacred hamlet of Shirdi. Though outwardly a mere and sometimes crazy-looking fakur, clad in rags and living upon doles of food collected during his regular daily round of bhiksha, yet in fact, Baba was really a Jivan Mukta Mahapurusha, and a sage in Sahaja Avastha. As such, he is in a state of oneness with God, and thus, even after casting aside the outer physical form, Sri Sai Baba continues his sublime work of Lokahita in an invisible form through his abode at Shirdi. In Sri Sai Baba, you have one of the most glorious exemplars of our country's Sanatana Dharma, the eternal religion, and the highest ideal of Sadachara. His was a spotless and blameless moral life, which placed before all a wonderful model of ethical perfection. Further, by his personal example, Baba showed himself to be a great unifying factor and a universalizing force. He taught people to overcome meaningless barriers of separation between man, and made them realize the brotherhood of all humanity. His tolerance, equal vision, and universality are a unique and unparalleled phenomenon. He showed people how to recognize the immanence of God in all beings. Very few recognized his true worth. He was rightly described by a contemporary saint as a diamond upon a dung heap. Sai Baba is the one of the finest flowers of Indian spiritual idealism and culture. The true glory of a God-man is extremely difficult to recognize and understand. His actions and utterances often appear strange and queer. Only a person of deep devotion, intense faith, and inward purity can fathom the nature of such a Mahapurusha. Such a person is most blessed upon earth. Such a person is very close to God. He is like unto a man who discovers a rare and invaluable precious treasure. His Holiness Sri B.V. Narasimha Swamiji Maharaj is verily such a blessed and saintly soul who has had the immense saubhagya of being mysteriously drawn to Samartha Sainath Maharaj, who has lovingly revealed unto him his true divine Swarupa. The joy of this discovery and revelation has fired Sri B.V. Narasimha Swamiji Maharaj with the intense desire of sharing his blessedness with one and all in this sacred land. Fired with this zealous, pious desire, he has dedicated his entire life and energies to the task of bringing into full light the beautiful divine life of this illumined spiritual personality. The learned and the holy author has been practically working out his holy satsankalpa by carrying on a ceaseless and vigorous propagation of the life and teachings of Sri Sai Baba of Shirdi. By his unceasing, indefatigable, pious efforts, Sri Narasimha Swamiji has successfully made the name of Sai Baba a household word to countless numbers of fortunate people throughout the length and breadth of India. Especially in the south, he has spread the glories of his divine Sadguru into every nook and corner of the land. This present Volume 1 of Life of Sai Baba is the latest flower to be offered at the lotus feet of Samartha Sadguru Sainath in this inspiring and dynamic Guru Puja, which Sri B.V.N. Swamiji has been doing with such intense fervor and faith for the past more than a decade and a half. Such indeed is the worthy and true disciple at the feet of the Divine Master. Sri B.V. Narasimha Swamiji Maharaj is truly rendering an unforgettable service to the aspirant world in particular, and to all people of this land in general, and thus bringing to them the life-transforming knowledge of a Sat Purusha's divine Leelas and teachings. Innumerable souls have been brought into contact with and helped and elevated by Sri Sai Baba, mainly as a result of this labor of love offered at the altar of the Guru Bhakti and Guru Siva. Through his intensely dedicated life, His Holiness, the pious author, has made himself into a living golden link between the present generation and Sri Sai Baba. The people of India are under a deep debt of gratitude to the author for this unique spiritual service of his. The present book is an invaluable work which brings to light very many remarkable hidden facts of Sai Baba's life and explains the deep inner spiritual significance underlying a number of Baba's traits and mysterious actions. It throws a flood of light upon certain of the important fundamentals of spiritual life, of yoga and sadhana, and inner evolution. As the author himself has made it quite clear, the object of this book is eminently practical. It is to draw souls into contact with Sai Baba and to enlighten them about this mysterious universe and the puzzling problem of spiritual development. Regarding the value of knowing facts connected with the lives of saints, the author has very rightly observed that it is not only good for the individual who knows them, but is beneficial to society, since in the long run it promotes social unity and ethical, spiritual, and religious study and endeavor. Through the study of such lives, basic ignorance and illusion are dispelled. Rajasic and tamasic qualities such as egoism, hatred, and cruelty are checked or suppressed, and noble virtues like humility, earnestness, love to all, service of saints, guru bhakti, and jnana are developed. These in due course lead to the goal of God realization. Rightly has it been observed that the lives of saints do not merely give information for the brain, but they are food to the heart and the soul and give inner strength to man and facilitate his all-around advancement, temporal as well as spiritual. Every listener, whatever line of life he is pursuing, is bound to benefit immensely by listening to this work. But to spiritual aspirants especially, it is of inestimable worth, for very valuable light is thrown upon a number of vitally important subjects, like the spiritual conception of the Guru, the deep inner significance of his deification and worship, the inner spiritual laws that operate in the contact of the disciple with his spiritual preceptor, the Guru, and the correct conception of the Dharma of a fakur, or a true sannyasin. The chapters like Guru worship, Guru's qualifications, number and change of Gurus, and such provide a flood of illuminating upadesh, or spiritual instruction, containing as they do peerless words of wisdom upon these matters. The people of India are indeed eternally grateful to Sri Narasimha Swamiji Maharaj for this noble work of bringing home to all the life and leelas and teachings of one of the greatest spiritual luminaries of India in recent times. I wish this book wide circulation. It will lead to Loka Kalyana. It will surely fulfill its glorious task of helping, guiding, and transforming countless lives on their onward progress towards divine perfection. All glory to Sri B.V. Narasimha Swamiji Maharaj. Glory, supreme glory to Samartha Sadguru Sai Baba. My silent adorations, prostrations, and worship at his lotus feet. May the loving grace and blessings of Sai Baba shower in abundance upon you all. Peace and blessedness be unto you. Sri Sai Nath Maharaja Ki Jai.